Good morning, boys and girls. We are on page 118, lesson 22. Make sure you guys are on the correct page, okay? So for number one, it asks you to divide and then check using multiplication. The first one is already done for you. So they give you an example. We're going to work on problem B. So right here with problem B, we know that we're dividing 485, our dividend, and 15, our divisor. I need to make sure I figure out how many times can 15 go into 48. I know that 15 can go into 48 about 3 times. Okay, so let me show you why. I'm going to show you on the side. 15 times 3 is equal to 15. 5 times 3 is 15. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 1 is 4. So we get 45. Now I am going to subtract 48 minus 45. 8 minus 5 is equal to 3. Bring down your 5. Figure out how many times can 15 go into 35. I know that 15 times 1 is 15. 15 times 2 is equal to 30. Okay, so 5 times 2 is 10. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 is equal to 30. So I get 30. 5 minus 0 is equal to 5. 3 minus 3 is equal to 0. I don't have to write that down. So that means that my remainder is 32, remainder 5. 5 times 2 is equal to 10. 5 times 3 is 15, plus 1 is 16. Bring down my 0. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 3 is 3. Add all of my numbers together, and I'm going to get 480. I'm going to take that answer, 480, bring it up here, and add my remainder 5. 5 plus 0 is equal to 5. Bring down my 8, bring down my 4. I have 485, which is the same as my dividend. So my answer is correct. Okay, now I'm going to move on to the next problem. For problem C, I have here 21, and I need to figure out how many times can 21 go into 700. 21 can go into 73 times. Because I'm estimating in my head, 21 is close to 20. How many times can 20 go into 70? About 3 times. Because 20 times 3 is 60, and 20 times 4 is 80. 4 would be too big. So now I'm going to multiply so you guys can see. 21 times 3. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 2 is 6. So I get 63. Now I am going to subtract. 10 minus 3 is equal to 7. 7 changes to a 6. 6 minus 6 is equal to 0. I'm going to bring down my 0. How many times can 21 go into 70? So same thing as last time. So I'm going to put 3. 21 times 3 is equal to 63. Subtract 10 minus 3 is equal to 7. So my remainder is equal to 7. So now I'm going to multiply 33 times 21. 1 times 3 is equal to 3. 1 times 3 again is equal to 3. Bring down my 0. I'm going to make this smaller so that my answer is not squished. So 1 times 3 is 3. 1 times 3 is 3. Bring down my 0. 2 times 3 is 6. 3 times 2 is 6. Add everything together. 3 plus 0 is 3. 6 plus 3 is 9. Bring down my 6. I get 693 plus 7. 7 plus 3 is 10. 9 plus 1 is 10. 6 plus 1 is 7. So 700 and 700 are both correct. Now I'm moving on to problem D. For problem D, I have 399, which is my dividend, 31, which is my divisor. It goes on the outside. So how many times can 31 go into 39? 1 time, because 31 times 2 is going to be 60 something, and that's way too big. So I'm going to subtract. 9 minus 0 is equal to 9. 3 minus 3 is 0. I don't have to write that. I'm going to bring down my 9. How many times can 31 go into 99? So I'm thinking in my head, 3 can go into 9 3 times. So if I multiply 3 times 3, I'll get 9. So that's pretty close. I'm going to try that. 31 times 3. 1 times 3 is equal to 3. 3 times 3 is 9. I get 93. So that means that I can use this 3 because 31 times 3 is equal to, let's see. Oh, I just realized something. I put 30 instead of 31. Let me make sure I change that because that could change everything that I just did. Silly me. So I'm going to write 31 times 3 is equal to 31. I don't know why I wrote 30. I'm sorry about that. 9 minus 1 is equal to 8. And bring down my 9. I get 89. So obviously 3 would be too much because that's above 90. So I'm going to try 2. So 2 times 1 is equal to 2, and 2 times 3 is 6. I get 62. So I'm going to multiply times 2, which is 62, and now I'm subtracting. 9 minus 2 is equal to 7, and 8 minus 6 is equal to 2. So I get 27. So my remainder is equal to 27. Now I'm going to multiply 31 times 12 to check my answer. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 3 is 6. Bring down my 0. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 3 is 3. Add all of my numbers together. 2 plus 0 is 2. 6 plus 1 is 7. Bring down my 3. I get 372. Now I'm going to add my remainder, which is 27. 7 plus 2 is equal to 9. 7 plus 2 again is equal to 9. Bring down my 3. 399 is the same as my dividend, so my answer is correct. Now we're going to turn the page to page 119. Make sure everyone is turning to the correct page. Okay, so right here I have 820. How many times can 42 go into 820? I know that 42 can go into, or 40 can go into 82 about 2 times. So, but it might not be the case if I were to do 2, because 42 times 2 is going to give me a bigger number than 82. So I'm going to try 1. 42 times 1 is equal to 42. 2 minus 2 is equal to 0. 8 minus 4 is equal to 4. And I'm going to bring down my 0. How many times can 42 go into 400? I'm going to try to multiply 42 times 9 and see if it works. 9 times 2 is 18. 9 times 4 is 36. 36 plus 1 is 37. So that's really close. I can use 9. So I'm going to write down right here 378. Okay, now I'm going to regroup because my number is too small. I can't subtract 0 minus 8. 10 minus 8 is equal to 2. 10 changes to a 9. 9 minus 7 is equal to 2. Oh, yeah, it's equal to 2. 4 changes to a 3. And 3 minus 3, let's see, 3 minus 3 is equal to 0. So I don't have to write that. So my remainder is 22. Now I'm going to check my work by multiplying 42 times 19. 9 times 2 is 18. 9 times 4 is equal to 36, plus 1 is 37. Bring down my 0 because I'm multiplying in my tens place. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 4 is 4. And now I am going to make sure I add. 8 plus 0 is equal to 8. 7 plus 2 is equal to 9. 3 plus 4 is 7. Now I'm going to add my number 798 plus my remainder 22. 8 plus 2 is equal to 10. 9 plus 2 is 11 plus 1 is 12. 7 plus 1 is equal to 8. So I get 820 and 820. So that is the correct answer. I checked and it works. Now, I have 908 divided by 56. 908 is going to be your number that goes inside your dividend, and 56 is your divisor, which goes outside. I need to figure out in my head how many times can 56 go into 908 or into 90. In this case, I know that if I do double 56 times 2, it will be over 100 because 50 times 2 is 100. So I'm going to try 1. Okay, now I'm looking at 0 minus 6. I need to regroup. 10 minus 6 is equal to 4. 9 changes to an 8. 8 minus 5 is equal to 3. I'm going to bring down my 8. Now I need to figure out how many times can 56 go into 348. And I'm going to think about 6 times. Let's multiply. 56 times 6. 6 times 6 is equal to 36. 6 times 5 is 30, plus 3 is 33. 336 is very, very close. So now I'm going to subtract. 88 minus 6 is equal to 2. 4 minus 3 is 1. My remainder is equal to 12. Remember I said before that if you have a remainder that is higher than your divisor, then your answer is wrong. In this case, my remainder is lesser than 56, so that means my answer is correct. Now I'm going to multiply 56 times 16 to check my work. 6 times 6 is equal to 36. 6 times 5 is 30, plus 3 is 33. Bring down my 0. 1 times 6 is 6. 1 times 5 is 5. Add all of my numbers together. 6 plus 0 is 6. 6 plus 3 is equal to 9. 5 plus 3 is equal to 8. I get 896. I'm going to bring it over here. 6 plus 2 is equal to 8. 9 plus 1 is 10. 8 plus 1 is equal to 9. I get 908, which is my answer. Now I'm going to go to my page right here. The word problem for number 2 says, when dividing 878 by 31, a student finds a quotient. Remember, the word quotient means the answer to a division problem of 28 with a remainder of 11. Check the student's work and use the check to find the error in the solution. So first things first, I'm going to picture in my head, what is the story? The story is they are dividing numbers. They're dividing these two numbers right here, 878 and 31. So I set up my problem, 878 and 31. Now, I know that my answer is going to be 28 with a remainder of 11, but I don't know quite yet. I need to make sure that the student's work is correct to make sure that they actually got the right answer. So now I'm going to try. I have 31 and I'm going to multiply that times 2. 2 times 1 is equal to 2, and 2 times 3 is equal to 6. So I'm going to write down 2, and I'm writing down 62. 7 minus 2 is equal to 5, and 8 minus 6 is equal to 2. I'm going to bring down my 8. I get 258. Now I'm going to multiply again how many times 31 can go into 258. I'm going to try 8 and see if that works. 8 times 1 is 8. 8 times 3 is 24. That is very close to 258, so I'm going to try that one. 248. 8 minus 8 is 0. 5 minus 4 is 1. My remainder is 10. Again, my remainder is less than my divisor, so that means my answer is probably correct. So now I'm going to multiply to check if my answer is correct. 8 times 1 is 8. 8 times 3 is 24. Bring down my 0. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 3 is 6. Now I'm going to add. 8 plus 0 is 8. 4 plus 2 is 6. 6 plus 2 is 8. I get 868 plus 10. 8 plus 0 is 8. 6 plus 1 is 7. Bring down my 8. 878 are both the same. So that means that my remainder should be 10 and not 11. Notice that they put 11. My remainder should be 10, not 11. Okay? And we are going to skip this last problem, so we can skip that one for now. And I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Please let me know if you have any questions, and we can go over it in class.